Hey, it's Rachel again. I am on 14 days of no binging, no purging, no laxatives, no not eating. And this is a really big deal for me today. It's 2 weeks of absolutely no urges and no desire to overeat, which is always a big deal, or to undereat, or to take a laxative to get rid of everything in my system. I am on video 5 and I am still staying strong in my recovery. I am committed to doing these videos, and I just want to share a few things that worked for me. One of the things that really worked for me was early into my no sugar and no bread when I was unhealthy. I had tools that I would use, and one of them is Just Ask First cards. My mentor in life, as well as my best friend, made me these cards, and they're index cards, and you write on the cards what is going to have you just ask first before you take that bite past full and take that bite to the point of being unhealthy. So some of those were meanings that resonated with me, all of them on there. So I think I had 8 or 10 of them. One of them was that I want to be the biggest woman in the room. The other was, did I always want to wear my big ugly sweatpants? Because it was the only thing that fit me at the time and the only thing that I really was comfortable in, but I was embarrassed to wear. The other is, what could I do? I could call my mentor. I could take a brisk walk outside. I could drink water. I could go to church. And at that time, I was a believer in Christ, but I've never really given him my all. And so those Just Ask First cards worked for about 6 years, I think. So that is a really good tool. Another tool that I used was a letter that I addressed to myself, and it said, "Dear Rachel." And in the letter, I described how I felt during my binge eating, my overeating of 15 donuts, 3 cakes, and anything that I could fit in my mouth. I wrote a letter so I would stop doing that. And so it said, "Dear Rachel, this is what you look like when you binge eat. You look like a wolf in hiding. You look like a person that cannot stop." And that letter was about 2 pages, and I wrote all the side effects of my stomach, how horrible I felt, and the remorse I felt, and the uncontrollable urge that I could not stop. I read that letter, and I had that letter in 2 different spots in my house, so I committed to opening the letter, and at the end, I wrote, "Love, Rachel." And so it really made me aware. The other thing is an elastic band on your wrist that you can snap when you feel that something very unhealthy is coming. Because if we think about binge eating, it is the point of no return, and you cannot stop yourself. And so that's where I was at. I hope these tools help you. The only thing that did help me, and is on 2 weeks today, and no compulsion of overeating, no unhealthy behaviors, is and was Jesus Christ. The withered tree in Matthew, I would highly recommend you reading. It is and was the turning point. I got on my knees and asked God to take away all of every single urge and all of every unhealthiness. And I begged and I pleaded to him not to have me experience this anymore, because I couldn't handle it, not one more moment. I hope this helps a man or a woman today.